I'm with the shit.
It's your boy Smizzy-Teddy.
It's your boy Teddy Rocks. What's poppin'?
It's With the Shits podcast, episode 12.
Episode 12. We're moving. We are moving
Double
in the
digits
right
in this
direction.
bitch.
It's good, bro.
Man, a little tired, trying to,
I know you see me, man. You look.
I'm just trying to get back into it, man. I came home because it was in Vegas over the weekend.
Right.
So
I'm telling people that you big balling already 15 days in. We're only 15 days in the year, bro.
I mean, if you want to get technical, 15 days ago. No, it had to be 30 days since we're in 15.
Right.
I just came back from Jamaica, too. Let's not forget about that. But no, let me stop. Nah, I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? Just trying to do it good. Just trying to.
As you're supposed to.
That was a random trip, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks in type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was on my homie's birthday. Shout out to Justin. It's my bro. Me and him was out there. You dig? Yeah, it was his birthday. He said he want to go somewhere. It was either Vegas or Miami. I never been to Vegas, so I was like, fuck it, let's do this Vegas shit. And
Okay.
went out there. We had a fucking great time.
Yeah.
A lot of tourist shit. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of touristy shit to do, probably. It
That's
has
what
to
I
be.
was doing. We walked the strip a lot, like, you know what I'm saying? And that shit is like 4 miles, so you can imagine that we ain't even go probably not even half the strip.
Really?
Because I kept stopping, on my camera. I've been taking my photography courses and shit, online or whatever. So every chance I got, I was stopping to take pics and shit. Yo, bro, give me a second. Yo, you can leave me if you need to, right? Because let me take, you know what I mean? I was on some shit like that.
Right.
And then all the different hotels, like people told me, like, yo, go to the Wynn. The lobby in the Wynn is super dope. You got to go to this. You know what I mean?
See, with the Lexar,
I was in, that was like
that's
one of my
hotel
last stops.
I wanted to go to.
It was dope in there.
Is
you
it?
know what I'm saying? It was dope in there. It's big. The setup is dope. You know what I'm saying? I was like, cool. I don't want to say there's no trash hotels out there, but I didn't go into a trash hotel. Like, I went into a few, you know what I mean? A few really nice joints, like the lobby, the floors with the restaurants, everything.
But
was
just stay.
Bananas. We stayed at Treasure Island.
Okay.
I mean, that shit was pretty dope too. I didn't even think it was as dope as it was. Like, I was like, oh, Treasure Island. You know what I mean? I thought it was just like one of those, but it was actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty dope. So, ATVs did that. Always got to do ATVs. I love that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but that shit was dope because we was in the middle of nowhere. Like, we was in the desert.
That's crazy, bro. I saw that. I was like, oh, they got these dudes in the middle of nowhere.
Just, and the dude that we was following, he was in the dune buggy and he was doing his thing. He was out. So I like that shit because sometimes they...
Oh, they did. They're on top of you, yeah.
Mad slow because they didn't want you to go too fast.
Yeah.
But he was blowing it. Like, we had them long-ass antennas on the back of his shit so he could see them niggas deep when they coming over. Like, and he knows how many people in the group. So we would blow it on these niggas. I'm right on his ass. Like, blowing that shit. And then we stopped. Wait for everybody to catch up. Like, yo, it was dope. I had a good time doing that shit. We went to see Michael Jackson won the Cirque du Soleil shit.
Okay.
Dope as fuck, bro.
Was it really?
Dope as fuck. I'm mad they only do that shit in Vegas because I would go see that shit again. Like, you know,
it was dope like that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed myself.
I don't know if it's funny because I was like, I don't know if I'm into that kind of theater, but I heard that shit is dope as fuck.
I mean, it's a bunch of acrobatics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what you're going to get when it's Cirque du Soleil shit. But, I mean, the way the mic songs they picked and the way they put them shits together. Then they had the dude that was doing all the dance. Like, it was dope. I had a good time. Right. It's flying through the Raptors, past you and shit. And, good seats. Like, we don't do the joints up there. Now, when you go to see no plays or nothing, like, you gotta have decent seats. So
absolutely.
It was a good time. You know what I mean? Besides that, just all the regular tourist shit. The fountain show at the Bellagio.
Okay.
The volcano shit at the Mirage. You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all do the zip line shit?
Nah, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? We did go downtown, though. You know what I'm saying?
But that's just downtown?
Yeah, it's downtown. Like, that's on Fremont Street. I mean, I'm pretty sure they had other ones around.
Did you gamble any?
But I did. Excuse me. Only the last 2 days. I went out there with a budget in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And came back with the same amount of money.
Okay.
And I actually gambled. I don't want it to sound like I didn't do anything. Like, I actually played. You know what I'm saying? I was up at one point a couple dollars, but I played.
But that's how gambling works.
Yeah, that's what it is. So like
they put some down.
I came back when I left to play. So I came not to lose, but I would have been all right if I lost. Yeah. Because that's what I came with. I'm like, okay, I'm doing $100 a day, and that's it. I'm here for 4 days. You know what I mean? And
so did you bet on the Eagles?
No. Fuck you.
That wasn't even a punch. I'm just asking the question.
No. I don't really do like sports bets unless I'm fucking with my niggas. Like, I don't be understanding all those other numbers that be on there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just a nigga $50. I hear regular bets like that. I was playing craps, and I ain't even do. I sat at the table one time, but they had a shit where the dice is in a bubble when you sit down and you bet like some virtual shit. Like, I played mostly on there because I'm like kind of new to craps. Like, so I ain't want to hold up niggas' table like while I'm trying to figure out my bets, and I ain't want to rush my bets. I mean, on the computer you still had a certain amount of time to bet too, but there's really no pressure. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
did you play any blackjack?
Nah, I just played craps and I played a couple slots. You know what I'm saying? I came up like 300 on the craps, but I played that shit back. Like, you know what I'm saying? 300 off of 100.
That's not bad.
And I was like, looked at the time.
Yeah, but that shit.
It was still early, and I looked at the time like, oh man, because
did y'all do anything like y'all did any nightlife shit like a party? No parties?
No, we was about to a couple times, and then we just didn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was Friday night we was about to. And then we chilled. Then we was like, all right, fucking, we're gonna buy one of them tour shits where you go to a couple different spots. And then, was it Saturday day? What the fuck did we do Saturday? I don't know, but no, we didn't do none of that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Justin went out the last night. After I was gambling, I got tired. And I was like, yo, I'm going to the crib. He was like, all right. So he went and he partied a little bit the very last night, you know what I mean? But the night before, niggas got dressed up, went down to the casino, sat down, it was just, you know what I mean?
Just vibing?
Playing, vibing, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit was a great time.
Yeah, man, that's on my next bucket list to go to Vegas, bro. That's on my list.
Well, let me know when you're going. I definitely want to go at least one more time. I probably would want to go more times than that, but I know I definitely want to go at least one more time.
Did you feel it was mad expensive? Because everyone's gripe. It's
I mean, it really depends. Expensive. It depends on yes and no. Okay. Yes and no. So it all depends on what type of budget you went out there on. Mm-hmm. If you went out on a slow budget, there's food for you to get for cheap. I mean, not cheap, but you don't have to spend $30, $40 every time you eat. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have fucking Shake Shack and In-N-Out Burger and Subway and
okay.
I mean, they have,
so you can bowl on your budget a little bit.
It's not these prices. You know, you're gonna pay more. You know what I mean, for a goddamn. I think I paid like $5 for a slice of pizza. So kind of like city prices if you can't catch a good spot. Like, you know what I mean? Okay. So you can find stuff like that. So you're not paying $30, $40 every time you want to eat if you don't want to. You know what I mean? If you want to, then obviously that's what you're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you just, that's cool. And then they have like Fat Tuesdays and shit. So you go buy you a cup and then you know it's cheaper for the refills. And then obviously you can just sit down at the casino, tip the lady so she keeps coming. But them shits be big. So sometimes it take a minute for her to come back to you for the free drinks. Like, you know what I mean? So, it all, like I said, it depends on how much money you're trying to spend and how you flex it. Okay. If you know I only got X amount of dollars to spend, then you know you don't be going to the fucking $40 buffet. Go,
facts,
you know what I'm saying?
Take your ass,
You know you want to fucking, okay, I didn't come out here to gamble. I want to do some activities. Price them shits out before you go. You can find Groupons and da. So, like, you can have a good time, especially if you plan in advance. Yeah. You don't got to be out there spending no crazy money, like, if you don't want to.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's on my bucket list to go to Vegas, bro. Yeah. I didn't do shit all weekend, man. I worked Saturday and Sunday.
Really? So I'm working that bag.
So I'm working like straight. I've been working since last Monday. So
I didn't get to do any work. I was kind of upset because I'm just like, I think I turned myself into a goddamn workaholic. Like I brought my shit with me. Like, I had everything. I had stuff to do. I'm like, oh, besides the editing, I was going to do a bunch of other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, now I'm going to find some free time. I'm going to squeeze an hour or two in because I'm just trying to be disciplined. You know what I mean? But
it's funny when you try that, especially on vacation, like, you know what, I'm going to knock this out. I'm going to do a little bit of this. And as soon as you...
Sometimes I do, but this time I didn't. And Justin was like, I think if I was by myself, I might have squoze an hour or two in. But you know what I'm saying? I pulled out my joint in and... He's like, what you about to do? I was like, I got a tape sitting up. He's like, nigga, you on vacation. Yo, chill out, B. Take a break. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I closed the laptop and you know what I mean? So it's like, that's what I'm like, if that nigga wasn't there and I didn't get that little bug on my ear, I probably would have sat in my room for like an hour and like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it is what it is. I got to actually take a break. So I did literally nothing.
Man, sometimes you deserve that, man. So, top of the year, bro. We got plenty of year left.
Yeah, but I'm trying to use every bit of that shit, bro.
No, I get it. But we got plenty of year left.
Every bit of it.
So we got plenty of time to really knock out the park. A little football talk. You know what I mean? Like I'm actually mad at your Eagles, bro. Like I kind of wanted y'all to win that game.
I was
because I don't like Drew Brees. I think I'm the only person. When I say that to people, like, you don't like Drew Brees.
I just want my nigga Andy Reid to get one. So.
You don't want.
And I said I want. I said I want Andy Reid to get one.
I just don't want to. I will not watch Patriots Saints Super Bowl. I'm not gonna watch it. I have no time for it. I don't. It's gonna be like. I can't. I want to. I know what I want to say. What it's gonna be like, but I can't get the words out. So when I finally figure it out, I'm gonna tweet it. But I swear it's gonna be some shit that's like, this is whack to me, bro. I don't want to see that, yo. I do want to see Pat Mahomes, and I kind of want to see what the Rams got to do, man. Like,
yeah, Rams been
the boys. I love the fact the Cowboys lost. That was, I think I celebrated. I think I was a Rams cheerleader that day because I was up with pom screaming. I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Eagles too, but I hate the Cowboys, and I love watching the Cowboys lose. Love it. But matter of fact, I should hate the Eagles more. Only because my cousin gonna text me the day y'all won last week. He gonna be like, yo, by the way.
Shout out to the Browns kicker. We fucks with you.
Yo, y'all should have lost that game, but
we fucks with you. Shout out to the Browns
kicker. The Bears, you mean?
Bears.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. But
I was on the right. You was
on the right track.
Shout out to you, my nigga.
The nigga gonna text me after that game was over. Yo, what time the Giants play? I'm like, see, all right. Now your ass low. So I called him immediately right after the game.
I bet you did.
No phone call. No answer. Justin, not gonna answer the phone? I know where you live, nigga. The next week, divisional games, Royce, Saints, Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna find some time to, even if I don't look up too often, at least listen. I think I'm
gonna watch both. I'm gonna watch both because I think this is the first time in a long time where it's four of the best teams actually playing. Like the four best offenses, not the four best defenses, but the four best offenses in the league are playing this weekend, and that's nuts. Yeah. Both games because I looked at the over and under with my homie. Both games over and under, they're saying that both teams are going to put up like 55 points together. Come on. So I was like, that's a lot of points. Yeah. Football, it's a lot of points. So I'm definitely going to watch to see who comes through.
Yeah, I'm going to find some time to at least listen. Last football game I got a chance to watch was the last game y'all won. Did y'all win that game?
That's the last football game you watched? I hope that's
was like 2-3 weeks.
I hope not you talking about nobody's pizza, bro.
That's not the last time y'all won.
I think that.
So y'all lost that game?
Like a month ago. No, you're right. We did win the game after that. Yeah. I forgot.
Like Dubs had hit me and I was at his crib watching the game, but I was still working from home, like doing work, and then do it. So I wasn't really. That's what I'm saying. I haven't got a chance to really sit down and.
Yeah, but these two games are going to be pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out. That's a good line.
These two games are going to be pretty dope. So I'm looking forward to this week in football. Real quick. So a lot of people are mad that Travis Scott and Big Boy are going to perform at the Super Bowl.
I didn't know Big Boy came too with it. I know.
But I like what they said. Like, yo, donate to these. Yeah, but what's the big deal on that? Like. I don't see the big deal. I mean, I'm just leave it at that. I'm saying I have no problem with it. Like, if the NFL is going to hold up the end of the bargain, then I'm going to hold up my end of the bargain.
I mean, you gotta jack what you jack, like, you know what I mean? A lot of niggas turn it down because they like, they still feel a kind of way.
I hear that. I'm not mad. I'm not mad either way.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm not mad either way, but
do your thing.
Yeah, do your thing.
I guess. I mean, it was cool that they, like I said, I didn't even know Big Boy was on that shit too. But I heard about. I've been to Travels when I heard he made them. I think it was like 500,000.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Cool. Like I'm not gonna lose no sleep.
Yeah, but I ain't. You know what I mean. I ain't hating on nobody, bag. Like, especially if you ain't. I get why some people are mad.
I totally get why
people are mad, but I ain't gonna hate on this man's bag. Like,
not at all. By the way, real quick, shout out to Eva and Samir for coming through last week.
Oh, definitely.
Episode 11. It'll be up soon.
It'll be up, yeah. Prior to the end of the week, that'll be up, man. I'm sorry, guys. I was on vacation.
No one's worried. But you know what I mean?
Shout out to them. That was a great conversation.
Yeah,
maybe
it was a great
soon,
conversation.
Not like right away, but maybe soon we could continue that, get a part 2.
Yeah.
Even if it's not with those 2 young ladies, which I think it will be, because I had a great time.
I had a great time with them, man. They were nervous in the beginning, but they mellowed out, man, and they gave us some great conversation. I think
that was a good.
I think they hit on the points that females, from a female perspective, and we gave them with the perspective from the male's perspective. So
yeah,
I felt like the conversation was good.
It was a good conversation.
It was a good conversation.
We didn't get a chance to touch.
It's a lot of shit we didn't get. That's why we do the part 2. So even Samir, clear up them schedules. We gonna be calling y'all.
We'll figure it
out.
But
but today we got a lot of topics to go on today, man.
We got a few things to touch on. So this is gonna be a very. I think I'm gonna enjoy this episode.
Me too. It's a lot of good shit to touch on.
Yeah, so
hope y'all are with the shits, man. I'm always with the goddamn shits, bro. Let's get it popping out here.
Let's get it popping.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've been noticing, like Kevin Hart has been doing like mad interviews, just kind of like explaining himself, still saying I'm sorry about the whole bad tweets, the whole comedy shit that he said before, and it got me to thinking like, yo, how should you handle quote unquote criticism? Like, do you have to, if you say sorry once, does that suffice? Like, does I'm sorry have a tone? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do I have to, just because you didn't appreciate my sorry, I have to like double back my sorry to make you feel comfortable? Like, how should we handle, especially now that we are in quote unquote media now, even though, we're in media now, whether we like it or not. And something that we say is going to get criticized. How are we going to handle it? How you know what I'm saying? Like, how should people in media handle criticism? Like, do you need to go on an I'm sorry tour to apologize for shit you did 10 years ago? Like, how should you? What's your take?
I mean, I got two different views on that subject. Because it's like, it all depends, like, all right, so criticism. Because the whole apologizing, I think that's 2 different things. It might be the same, but I think that's like 2 different things. Because you can accept criticism and get...
Well, he's only apologizing because he's being criticized.
I'm saying you can get criticized for things that you don't have to apologize for.
That's true, too.
You know what I'm saying? So what makes you feel like you need to apologize? That's why I feel like
I see. Yeah, like you could
totally
you could branch it out to things. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because if you want to talk about criticism, it's like, can you accept it? Yeah, I mean, we all critique and criticize people, but can you accept it? And especially if you're going to be in a public space and a public eye, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to be able to have tough skin.
Right.
Because you're going to get it, whether, you know what I'm saying, whether you deserve it.
Right.
Or whether you ask for it, whether you're in need of it or not. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get criticized. Like, everyone gets criticized every day.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But it just... more on a bigger stage when you're, you know what I'm saying, when you're in a fucking public light.
Right.
So now when it comes down to the criticism, like I said before, it's like, can you handle it? Are you willing to accept it? Because now it's all about, are you paying attention to the message, or are you listening to, or are you focused on the messenger? Because that's a whole big part of criticism too. You know what I'm saying? Some people will take it as hating if it's coming from one person, and they'll take it as an opinion if it's coming from another person. And that's because they like this person, or they don't like them, or they think this person likes them, or they think that, you know what I'm saying? And it's not about that. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to accept the criticism if it's good and honest criticism. You know what I'm saying? If it's not no malice, bashing shit. Like, if you really want to accept criticism, and anybody that's trying to grow should be willing to accept criticism.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where now you have to separate, is it good or is it bad? As opposed to what you like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a huge part, because same thing with the message and the messenger. Like niggas say all the time, fuck the messenger, did you get the message? You know what I'm saying? So you might not have liked the way I spoke to you when I spoke to you, but did you hear what the fuck I said? And then when you did hear what I said, what I said make sense? And you know what I'm saying? Was it valid for the moment?
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, you got to take it from there. You got to accept it. But I'm not saying you don't have to be human. You can definitely tell me, oh, I appreciate the jewels, but I don't like when you talk to me like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can always adjust it, but you have to be willing to accept. Now, this whole thing with the apologizing and all that, I don't think that's criticism. These niggas is going after this nigga. They're not criticizing him for something. They're trying to make him an example, you know what I'm saying? Because he did something they don't like. Okay, let's get somebody that's in the public eye and because you know what I'm saying? That's what that's about. That's why I said it's kind of two totally, because that's not criticism at this point.
I see what you're saying. Right, yeah, okay.
That's not criticism.
Right.
It was criticism when it happened all those years ago, and he addressed it. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, he learned. It's been how many years from now, and it hasn't happened again. What y'all doing now, that's not criticism now. So that's why I wanted to see the whole apology tour and everything. That's not criticism. That's why I wanted to kind of separate the two and just really speak on criticism. Because if it's coming from a natural and genuine place, it's all these things that I just said. You know what I mean? That's all those things encompassed in one.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's what you're willing to accept. And you know what I mean? Because if you're not willing to accept anything, then everything's always going to sound like hate.
Right.
And shit don't have to be coming from a hateful or a malice place.
Right. I think you're right. So it was criticism at one point when it comes to that. But my thing is this, like, off that, I don't mind criticism.
Okay.
Never have, never will. But you're right. I do care about who's coming from.
That's one main point you said to me before. Like, you know what I mean? And that's one thing that
I definitely care about who's coming from in their tone. Like
that's one thing that we all have to get over.
You have to get over that?
Absolutely. And like I said, we can address it. But if we don't get over that, we're going to miss a lot of messages. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to miss a lot of messages if we don't get over that. We can definitely address it. Like, yo, dude. You know what I mean? It's not the type, don't talk to me. You know what I mean? However you feel the need to address it. But you have to get over that initial, I don't like the way he's talking to me, or you're going to miss everything that he's saying because you're no longer listening because you don't like the way the nigga's talking to you.
Right.
Like, you understand what I'm saying?
No, I get it. Right. I just feel like if I put this, I think I put this on Instagram the other day. I hate the people that hate just to hate.
Oh, absolutely.
Like how everyone's doing that 10-year challenge thing, and everyone's just hating. Oh, I'm not doing. Like, yo, fam, you don't have to. But why do you have? But why do you have to hate though? Like, why do you have to say anything? Just don't say nothing. Just don't say it. Why do you have to say something?
All I see on my timeline is ugly and stuff.
See, no, that's cool because you're being right. You're being, but people are really genuinely mad about it. Like,
at people shits and going in.
Like, what are you so upset about? Like,
I'm just like, that shit funny.
To me, I think like, yo, people that want to see their change,
yo, bro,
and that's
do your
fine.
thing.
Like, yo, do your thing. But to hate just to hate. So my thing is, as I'm saying, like, I like to look at the people I like to look at the people saying certain things. Like, why are you saying that? Like, what? Like, why is this such an issue to you? Like, why you feel like you have to be the one to step up to critique it? Like, what gave you the power to be like, yo, I'm the one that needs to say something about this?
I get that, but you just giving that nigga too much of your time and your energy.
Possibly.
Nah,
yeah, I mean,
you are.
Like, you're right.
Because he's hating the hate, so you wasting time trying to dissect why. There is no reason why. Like, you know what I'm saying? There is no reason why. Like, some people are just fucking haters. Like, you know what I mean? And
yeah, we are at the age where people are just hating.
People are just fucking haters. Like, and I don't get it. I never got it.
Well, because now we all are. What's the term when you left to your own device? Like, you just left to just be like. I don't know. The age we're at now is so weird because you're left. It
kind of is because you're like, you might feel like you're in a not in.
Because think about
good place.
Think about it.
I don't know.
Think about it. When we grew up, yo, if you was a punk, you couldn't say the shit you wanted to say out loud. If you was a punk, you couldn't say it out loud because you had to meet the person straight up. Now you could say that shit if you're a punk. No one's gonna come find you unless it's that egregious.
Yeah, but I mean, trolling and hating is two different things.
Trolling and hating is two different things. Yeah, but they kind of resemble.
Kinda. Yeah, I mean, but the nigga that's hating, you ain't gonna really want to just go.
Nah, you're not gonna want to.
The nigga that's trolling, he's gonna get under your skin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga that's hating, you're just like.
So that's why I say I wonder who's from, because I don't even know if you're really criticizing to give me some real like tough love for me to take and like use, like, you know what?
But that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't matter. And I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
No, I totally get what you're saying. But if we're trying to change and soak up all the jewels and everything that we can get, we have to be able to look past that shit. And I'm not saying that shit like I'm some Buddha ass nigga or nothing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just speaking the things that I know I should do and some of the things that I actually do. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we have to get past that shit if we want to.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Maybe I gotta look into that. You're
like, fuck that.
Nah, I always listen. I will never like.
You know what I'm saying?
At the moment, I will never be like, yo, why you saying that? I dissect it, I take it in, like, and then I walk away with it, like, yo, why you thought he was cool? Why you thought it was cool to tell me that? Like, I walk away with that. Like, I dissect that for myself.
Do you ask them niggas? Because if not, then you're just wasting time.
That's true too.
You know what I mean?
9 times out of 10, I probably don't say nothing because I probably dissected it the way I wanted it and took what I wanted it from it and like, all right, shoved it. Like, all right, it is.
So then and don't even give them niggas any of your energy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What kind of criticism gets under your skin?
I don't think really. I don't know if that would be. I don't like when I'm doing something. I'm in the middle of doing something and somebody comes and tells me to do it a different way. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I mean? So if that's criticism, I don't. That's why I was like, I don't know. Because
I'm the same way. Like, especially when I'm like almost done with it.
Like, I'm in the middle of this.
Like, why you ain't do it this way? Like, why you?
Yo, bro.
Like, yo, fam. Like, where you was at when I started this shit? Like,
that. Let me say, I don't even think that's criticism.
Is that criticism?
I don't even think that's criticism.
But I get it.
I can't really think of like a criticism because I'll take that. Like, you might say something that I might not agree with, and it might get me upset.
Right.
But I don't think it's not gonna. Like,
I hate the
criticism, judgment, hating, all different things, but all kind of. Depending on who it's from, and that's why I get why you say that.
Like,
depending on who it's from, it can all be the same thing.
It all could be,
but
man.
It's what are you trying to get from it? That's all that really matters.
Me or the person who's saying it?
You.
Me?
You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters.
Okay.
It shouldn't, and that's why I said I get it because we're humans, and yes, I still fucking get mad, and I might not like the way people. But it's like, what are you trying to get out of? Not just a conversation, like, because we got to look at shit on a bigger whole and a bigger stage, like, out of life, period. What are you trying to get out of fucking life?
Right.
So if you're trying to progress and you're trying to advance in whatever it is you're doing, you have to be willing to take criticism. Now, take it doesn't mean you have to accept it. You take it, you dissect it, and then if it's something good that you can take from it, accept it. If it's not, dash that shit the fuck away and let them niggas know. Don't fucking talk to me like that, or I didn't ask you for your opinion, or whatever it is, so that you don't have to continue to deal with that if that's not something you're interested with dealing with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just my take on that shit.
Do you give criticism?
I try to keep it mostly to myself. It really depends on who the person is. If I know like they're willing to accept it, and they actually want, because some people actually want criticism, because that's how they get better. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on who the person is. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I think I'm going to talk to you and it's going to go in one ear and out the other, I'm not going to waste my time or my energy even talking to you. You understand what I'm saying? If I think that I can actually say something to you that will fucking resonate, absolutely, I'll give you some criticism. You know what I mean? And if I really love you, I took like you my brother type shit, whether you want it or not, you're going to get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it all depends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know the relationship that we have, if we're at that level, it doesn't matter what the fuck that I say to you unless I'm just blatantly being disrespectful and trying to be malicious. And the type of relationship that we have, it wouldn't even be there. So if I'm telling you something, even if you don't want to hear it, you know, and then I'm not a nigga that lectures nobody. I hate to be lectured. Difference between my moms and my pops, and I love both of them niggas. Like, my pops, he'll sit there and he'll lecture you to death. My mom, she's like, I didn't like that shit when I was growing up. I don't do that shit. And she told me how she feels. She told me what she want me to know, and she leave it alone. That's the end of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I am. You know what I'm saying? Tell you how I feel, tell you, and leave it alone. Take from what I said what you want, what you will. Like, you know what I mean?
I am a
and maybe I came harsh, so you might not have took nothing from it.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, and like I said, I say things that I'm either doing myself or I'm trying to do myself. And that's one thing that we have to get over, that how niggas talk to you. Like I said, you don't have to accept that shit, but get over it and hear what the fuck these niggas had to say. Right. Because we're going to miss a lot of shit because we don't like how it was said or how it was done. You know what I mean? And 9 out of 10 times, the shit that's said and done to us that we don't like wasn't done out of malice or with ill will.
Right.
So, like, we're really missing shit. You know what I mean? Because, come on, like... Yeah. We're grown, like, you know what I mean? Get over that shit. We all have feelings. I'm not saying because we're grown we no longer have feelings, but you know what I mean? There's certain things that you just have to get past and overlook if you're looking at the bigger picture. Right. At least that's how I feel.
No, you're right. You know, I don't critique out loud. Meaning, if I have a criticism about something, I don't automatically say it off rip, because I like for people to kind of see for themselves, like, what they're doing. Like, I like how if you were doing this podcast just you by yourself, I wouldn't automatically be like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Like, I'm not going to criticize that. I'm not going to say these things. I'm going to let you see it, and then if you come to me with something like, yo, what you think about this, boom, boom, then I'll tell you. I don't like to offer criticism because I don't like people offering criticism to me. So I don't go out giving it out like a stamp, like, here, you know what I mean?
As long as you keep that same energy, I can. No, that's what I'm saying. So it sounds like you keep that. So as long as you keep that same energy, I can't be mad at you. But at the same time, you don't want to sit down and watch a nigga jump off the cliff and then try to come at the last minute.
Nah.
Like, you see this nigga taking a running start to the cliff. You don't want to let that nigga do that and then wait to the last minute and jump in like, nah, nigga, you probably shouldn't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm more of a, like, I guess my criticism is more like this, like, yo, you like that, or would you try doing blase?
As long as you don't let niggas crash and burn because you don't want to criticize. Because if you've seen something and you, all right, bro, you've been doing that for 3 weeks. Try this real quick. That might. Yeah, I get letting somebody try on their own because, you know what I mean? Everybody has to learn, but you can't. Don't let the nigga be at the end of the runway when you seen him take launch 20 feet away and then try to jump in at the last second. Like, no!
Yeah, I hate it. Nah.
Like, you know what I mean? We have to, like, because, especially, and it all depends on, once again, the relationship that you have with the person. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People need to stop getting in their feelings so quick, and I get in my feelings still sometimes. But you say I jump right back out of it real quick, but like I still get, you know what I mean. But we have to discipline. We'll get into that. Yeah. So discipline. We were talking earlier, and it came up just. We're in the time now, as we should be at the age and group that we're in, where everyone who doesn't fully have a grasp on their life is really just trying to take over and, you know what I'm saying, take control of their life. And I think that's one of the reasons why sometimes people hate for no reason. That's what I meant when I said we was talking earlier. That was I didn't know if you was with me because I brought that out of nowhere. But that's one of the reasons why some people just hate for no reason, because they're not in control of their life. And they see people their same age, people that they grew up with or people that they met along the journey that's doing better than them, or in their mind is doing better than them, because perception is a motherfucker. Right. You could think one thing and it can be a whole other thing. You know what I mean? And we live on this social media world. We just believe everything that we see on the fucking IG and Instagram. And like niggas say all the time, niggas ain't gonna show you their L's. No. Niggas only show you the dubs. You know what I mean? Niggas show you them wins. Like, you know what I mean? So everybody that you see on Instagram living their best life, they're not showing you the fucked up parts, like, you know what I'm saying? So we can't base what we're doing or how we live or anything off of the things that we see and the people around you. So I'm not an expert or anything like that, but taking control of your life, how do you take control of your life? How do you get that fresh start? Because everybody deserves a new start. Everybody deserves a fresh... Whether you were fucking up before and you figured, all right, cool, or whether you were just stagnant, like whatever the case may be, everyone deserves the opportunity and has the chance to start over in whatever capacity that it is. Because some people might not be able to move in, but you can leave your job and get a better job. Not today or tomorrow, maybe even, but over time you have the options and the opportunity, because it's free everything. Like I watch mad tutorials, but then I pay to take courses online too. But you don't have to pay. You can watch enough tutorials where you can get the same information that I'm paying for. I'm just paying so I don't have to go and watch a million different tutorials. I can just get everything in one. You know what I mean? I'm paying so I don't have to fish, but if you're not in a position to pay, it's there for you to fish. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so as far as taking control of your life, what are the steps that you, I mean, because there's a few things, but what are, like, if you were to give someone a blueprint, and that's a loaded and an unfair question, but answer it as best as you can. You know what I mean? If you was to give somebody a blueprint to take control of their life or start over in a better place, what would you say? I would, well, first of all, just for me personally, I have control of my life, but I don't have a full control of let me put this the right way. I have control of my life because I know what I want to do. You know what you want to do. Right. Do you do what you want to do? I do. I'm on the road of doing what I want to do. Like, I have the road is paved. I know exactly where I'm going. I know what I want to do. So I have I don't want to use the word full, but I have a great grasp of my life right now. No, you should use the word full because I really don't. Because it's your life. That's true. No one else has control of your life but you. That's true. But when I want to use, when I say the full, when I want to use the word full, is mean when I'm saying, like, I have all hands on deck or everything is going the right direction. So there's still some kinks of certain things that I gotta fix personally, and that's just it's a me thing. Still have control of that, right? I have control of it, right? I guess all right. No one else has control of your life but you. I feel like step one. I mean, you might not be where you want to be, right? But you're in full control of getting there. I think step one of being in control of your own life is being in control of your own life, like meaning. Don't let anyone interrupt what you're trying to do. Everything is of self. Like, it's self-control, it's discipline, it's all things that you have to do yourself. So the minute you let someone infiltrate, you no longer have control of yourself. So step one is really being your own boss of your life.
And that's really just step one. Like, there are a lot of people who feel in their mind like, yo, if I don't, like, they're always, I need help. We all need help, but it all starts here first. Like, you need to understand who you are as a person to understand what you're trying to do to where you've lost control. Because we've all have lost control somewhere, along the line, where we like, yeah, you did need a hand to get back on track. But now it's like, yo, get yourself back. Get yourself back. So I would say step one is taking full control of yourself. Understanding who you are, looking yourself in thy mirror and saying,
that's
yo.
what I was about to ask you. You say taking full control. You
Right.
mean actually knowing and accepting your faults, pointing them out.
Right, pointing your own faults. Right. Not allowing someone else to say, yo, this is you. Nah.
Knowing your weak points
Right.
and your soft
Exactly.
points.
Knowing who you
out,
are.
accepting those.
Absolutely.
Honing.
Maybe honing.
Honing.
Not hoeing, but honing.
Yeah, honing those.
Yeah, honing
and putting
that.
people around you who can better you, who can pick up the pieces that you can't.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So.
You're right. I just think that's key. That's step one, yo. And step two was like the self-control and the discipline, like being controlled of what you're trying to do with yourself and setting some discipline. Like, I know there's like maybe 1 million people whose New Year's resolution was to get healthier. Oh, let me sign up to the gym. That's cool. You signed up, you paid.
And we're what, day 15?
We're day 15. Like, what have you done? Like, have you changed your eating habits?
And that's
have you really came with a regimen? Like, just because you signed up to the gym don't mean
it doesn't.
That don't mean shit, bro. So you don't have self-control and you still don't have no discipline.
I don't want to. Even if you didn't, guess what? You're only 15 days in.
And that's a fact.
You
you have plenty of year left. Like,
you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be. Let you finish your list and I'll get into mine. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. You usually do that. But I look forward to it. No, seriously, it's like, yo, so I just use that as an example. Like, you have to really understand, like, step two is self. Like, now you step one is like, you know who you are, you know what you need to do. You know, and part two is the self-control and the discipline. And step three is really starting to what's the word I'm looking for? Actually do the things you say you're gonna do for yourself. Like, I'm not saying be in this bubble of team me. I'm saying be in the bubble of like I'm going to do better for myself. And then when I'm in a good space, I can be able to help others. But
there's nothing wrong with team me.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. But people think like don't be. I'm not saying like don't be alone and not not ask questions, take advice. I'm saying don't look so much for someone else to help you rather than you helping yourself. I think you need to really like, and I do it to myself all the time.
But that's step one, being in full control of your life.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so step three is really taking control of it. Start doing the steps. Start doing the things you say that you want to do with your life.
All right, so I don't have any like steps or orders, but I totally agree with everything that you just said.
Please add on.
If I was to tell someone how to, air quotes, take control of their life or, you know what I mean, put themselves in a better place. So like I said, I only speak off of what I've either been through, what I'm trying to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? What I would tell them, it's all about discipline. You know what I mean? Discipline, self-control, and habits. That's how you change everything. Discipline, self-control, and habits. You know what I'm saying? We spoke earlier, you obviously have to be willing to listen. And one big part about listening is being able to say, fuck the messenger, I want to listen to the message. Fuck the fact that I don't like the way he's talking to me, is what he's saying. Does what he's saying make sense? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a huge part about it too. So that comes with self-control. Right. You know what I'm saying? Being able to separate these two things. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the discipline. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you're not going to do anything until you're really ready to do it. Period. Doesn't matter how much you hype yourself up. Doesn't matter who else hypes you up around you. It doesn't matter any of that. Because we've all had plans and ideas and this and that, but we don't do any of that shit until we're actually ready to do that shit. And when you kept saying it all starts within, I just kept trying to bite my tongue because I wanted to jump in because it all starts in the mental.
Right.
It all,
no, you're right.
Nothing happens until it starts up here. Everything is in the mental. So when we actually start to believe the shit that we're thinking about, that's when we'll start to do things. You understand what I'm saying? So, self-discipline, habits. That's another way you can change your life. Habits, creating new ones and breaking old habits.
Right. Breaking
the old habits that no longer fit you and then creating new habits because niggas think habits are bad. Bad habits are bad. Your life is nothing but a string of habits.
Right.
Bad habits are bad, but
right.
we have habits every day.
Right.
What leg do you put your pants in when you wake up in the morning? You don't know, but you do that shit every morning. I bet you do it the same way every morning.
I think it's right.
Whether it's your right or your left, I bet it's the same. You understand? It's like
for a fact that
we live on habits. A great book. Now I have to grab my card because I can't remember everything off my head. But a great book for you guys to check out, and if you haven't checked it out for you as well, is the power of habit. Mm-hmm. Why we do what we do in life and business. Awesome book.
Okay.
Read it once, audio booked it once. Mm-hmm. Awesome book. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Another great book to read since we're on books right now, and we're talking about taking over and controlling your life. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Awesome book. I've only read it once. I need to read it again. That's a book that you need to read 2 or 3 times. Like you read it just one straight through, then you come back with your notepad and your pen, and you just. Oh, we didn't know got studious on the podcast. I hope we don't lose niggas.
You know what's funny? I don't read as much as I need to be reading. But I think 2019 I said to myself, I need to put that back in my habits. I'm like,
I mean, fuck with me. Like I said, I'm gonna send out, and that's what I didn't get to do when I was in Vegas, and I wanted to do. I want to put together this little group that I was telling you about. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be. I'll suggest books for people to read if niggas have time. We could even incorporate that. Don't worry, I'm gonna type everything up and send it out. But back to this. So yeah, check those 2 books out. But that's, you know what I mean? I would tell people to read those 2 books first of all. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy Amari, shout out to my nigga Gaza. He told me Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I'm actually in the middle of audio booking that right now.
What's it called?
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Okay.
I mean, so far, like, so we gotta read, we gotta research. It's about discipline, and bottom line is you get out what you put in. That's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. Yeah. We could talk about it, we could think about it, but until we start doing, nothing's gonna change. So, discipline, habits, believing, research, and understanding. I think though that would be my formula. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not a pro.
No, we're not.
But I think that would be my formula.
Just from personal life experience.
Just off of what I've been through and what I'm trying to do. Like, you know what I mean? That would be the formula for taking over. I felt like I was easy
influenced to do things I never really wanted to do until I was like, that's just not who I am. And then, you have to take control of your life, bro. Like,
you have to understand
who you are.
Who you are.
When you do shit that other people like,
when you're doing shit because you think you like it, because they like it, you have to really understand. I tell niggas all the time, like, I just turned 35. I really, really didn't fully come into myself, and I'm still learning and becoming myself. But I actually feel like myself when I turn 30.
But you know what I learned when I first really learned the kind of like discipline. I mean, not discipline, but kind of like no one kind of getting into the self of like who I am is when I moved from my old hood, because I was around my dudes every single day. We were doing the same shit every single day. And it's like when I moved up this way, and they were still down by about 211 and shit. It's like I was kind of by myself more. So I was kind of realizing like when niggas hit me like, yo, we about to do this. I'm like, that wasn't really for me back. So I started to realize like, yo,
I mean, but
you know what I mean? Like that's what
I wouldn't say. I mean, but I can't speak for you.
Right. But that's just,
I wouldn't say
my perspective, like how I understood
you back then, because and we touched on this a little bit before as well. Like we all do things to fit in and be a part of a crowd. We all do that, but when it's not you, you get the fuck up out of that situation.
Yeah.
We've all been in situations where we've known this is not me and I need to get the fuck out of here.
For sure.
Like, you know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I don't like to say, and I don't like when I hear people say, oh, that, nah, you had a little bit of, I'ma hang on the block on me because, nigga, you was hanging on the block. If you wasn't with that shit, I don't give a fuck how much you trying to, you know what I mean? Unless you just really that far gone, and sometimes there are people that are that, but I don't think from talking and listening to you, like, but I don't know you back, I mean, but just talking to, I don't think you were ever that far gone where you're actually doing things that, even if it was just a tiny part, you didn't want to do. Like,
right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Right. I want that. I see what you're saying.
Because, shit, I know I've definitely been in places where it was like, all right, nah, I got to get out of here. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And I done been and did a lot of shit. But I've been to, can I even, I've been to one place, I came to the crib, and, nah, I can't even do that one. When we get off, I'll tell you that. I can't even do that one. But nah, we've all been in positions where, he started laughing like that. We've all been in positions where, like, it's like, nah, and you gotta leave. So all that other shit, like, there's something in us that we felt a little certain that you was still there, like, you know what I mean? But we grow, we evolve, and now it's like, no, I don't feel that anymore at all.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of these dudes, at least me personally, because a lot of niggas they don't even. Nah, I'm not one of them niggas. I still pop up. I won't stay long. You know what I mean? I'm gonna still pop up though, because I fuck with y'all niggas still, and I still fuck with the town. I'm just not on that time anymore. Yeah. But just because I'm not on that time doesn't mean, you know what I mean? And anything
right, and that doesn't mean like it's something to do with you or the niggas I'm fucking with.
Anything happen,
it's just like I'm not on that
in that moment, that little bit of moment that I'm there. Anything can happen, but anything can happen even more if I'm here every day and chilling, and I'm not even on that time no more. So yes, I'll pop up, smoke a couple with y'all, pop a couple with y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? And then guess who's out of there? Me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Not because I'm like,
I'm not judging niggas like, doing that.
Do your thing.
I'm just not on that type of time right now.
I'm not on that time no more. And when you're not on that time no more, you're going to be doing the same thing.
Right.
You're still going to pop up. You're going to show your niggas love. You're going to make sure niggas know you ain't forget about the fucking town. Right. Because before you caught your epiphanies, that's where you were every day. These are the niggas you was with all the time.
Right.
Like, the fuck you mean? How the fuck you're not going to pop up? Like, you know what I mean? But, so, you know what I mean? But
you're right. Though it's like, right. I understand what you're saying. And I think the way I'm saying it's coming out not the way I mean it. But, yeah, of course, I'll still pull up. Like, still come see niggas. Like, still show love. Like niggas can still come see me. Like, it ain't.
Absolutely.
It ain't no.
Come over here and get some of these vibes.
Like,
you know what I mean? Get some of these vibes that I'm on.
Facts.
That's the shit I be on. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Come over here and get some of these vibes that I'm on.
Yeah.
Come see what type of time I'm on over here. You might like it over here more than you like it over there.
Yeah.
Because I used to be over there. Like, you know what I'm talking about? So it's like,
come
fuck with me.
Yeah, exactly.
If y'all niggas ain't come fucking with me, I'm going to pull up and I'm going to let y'all niggas know I still fuck with y'all niggas. And this is what's going on this side. And we ain't ducking time out on this side. And we ain't dodging bullets on this side. And we ain't, like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't doing none of that on this side. Like, it's chilly over here, like.
Right. Yeah, you can pull up, drink
like,
right here, like.
I mean, pull up. So that's the thing. But, nigga, who the fuck am I when I was just a couple years ago, all day, every day out here with y'all niggas? Who the fuck am I not to pull up? Even if it's for 2 hours, an hour, whatever the fuck it is, like, you know what I mean?
Right. Who am I not? Who am I not to like show love to niggas?
Yeah,
like,
I don't give a fuck what time I'm on right now.
Yeah.
Who the fuck am I to pretend that I wasn't on a different type of time? You can pretend to everybody except for yourself.
Absolutely.
And it's like, my nigga, I was just over there with these niggas. Years go by fast these years.
That's
like, super fast. It was just 2 years ago. I'm not even going to say last year because the year literally just broke.
Yeah,
but it was literally just 2015.
Yeah.
I'm lying? Like, it was literally just 2015, bro.
It was, bro.
And we were in 2019.
Fast, boy.
They just... So who the fuck am I? Because I caught an epiphany a couple years ago. Literally just 5. Because like I said, I just... Like, I'll be honest with niggas. Like, I just really got into myself and my own 5 years ago. And I'm really just at a point where I'm okay 2 years ago. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like... Who the fuck am I not to still pull up and fuck with the niggas that I was fucking with all the time? Like, nah. See, those are the niggas that I don't like. You know what I'm talking about? When you ask me, and that wasn't even criticism, when you asked me before about shit that gets under my skin, those are the niggas that I don't like. You gonna act like you just wasn't in the town with niggas? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you gonna act like you just wasn't in the town with niggas? Copy. Copy. Say less.
Right, because like, I was just listening to Fab today. The niggas said niggas like you if you beneficial or you're beneficial. Like, it's one of those.
One of those.
Yeah,
like,
it's like, so you gonna use niggas because you come up here and get some buzz, some drinks for free. Now you,
copy.
Yeah,
like,
now you got a little bit of paper. Now you don't need niggas no more. Copy. Yeah, all right.
And I'm never I'm never gonna be one of those niggas. And anybody, even not even on no hood shit, like anybody that I fuck with, that I don't fuck with, it's because you gave me some bad vibes, or I'm returning the same energy that you gave me. And not even on no funny shit. And I don't feel no kind of way. So I hope you don't feel no type of way when you get my energy. Like, you know what I'm talking about? I don't feel no type of way when I get that energy. Because I don't feel like you're on some fuck Smiz energy. I feel like you're on some I'm better on myself and I ain't got no time to really be out here fucking around energy. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's what I'm on. I'm not on no fuck anybody shit.
Right.
Anybody that call me, niggas already know, pull up or where you at? I'm going to put. That's the time I'm on. Granted, I don't call niggas. But that's nothing new. Anybody that's known me,
I do not call people, bro.
And that's not because I don't fuck with niggas.
I just don't call people.
I
just don't call people. Yo.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
my cousin, shout out to XL. Like, nigga hit like, yo, you don't know me? I'm like, yo, it ain't about you, bro. Like, I just don't call people. If you see me with somebody, they call.
So, yeah.
So now to the point that we were at the point where people have taken control of their life. How do you teach people to let go of certain things? Like when certain people are in a certain situation or a certain thing that's keeping them from doing better in themselves. How do you have any, like, if someone asks you like, yo, I can't stop doing such and such. Like, what kind of advice would you give them, like, to let go? Like,
what, let go of
whatever situation is, like a situation or a thing.
I mean, if it's a situation, then that's different. But if it's things and just life, it all comes back to habits. You know what I'm saying? We have good habits and we have bad habits. We got to learn how to replace our bad habits with good habits because life is nothing but a string of habits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So once we get to the point where we can replace, first we have to identify them. Because before we could even replace them, we have to identify them. Right. So that, I mean, I guess we covered that already when we fucking went through the process of taking full responsibility for ourselves and for our lives. I guess we covered that process. So if we covered that process already, then it's just all about being disciplined. You have to want what you're trying to change more than how you all right, you have to want what you're trying to change more than you enjoy the things that you're currently doing.
Okay.
You feel me?
No, I'm rolling with that. I like that. I'm rolling with that. You know what it is? For me personally, it's easy for me to let go of certain shit.
You know,
And
for you, I'm
right for me, like just me. I'm not
for you again.
I can't tell people how to live, but for me, like I think I smoked cigarettes maybe like a month. It's like, all right, I'm off that.
That's what I'm saying. It all depends on it.
Yeah, I'm just saying like certain things like with certain like
because I smoked cigarettes for years, and when it was time to, we had this story in the podcast.
We talked about it. Yeah,
for
like
years I smoked bogeys, and
I just use that as a weak example, but like from like
that's not a weak example. That's a fucking great example because niggas been quitting smoking bogeys for 20-something, 30-something years. So
that is true. Like I could easily.
Certain things I can let go easy. Certain things, it takes me a while. And it takes me a while to my detriment. Because when I realize that I should have let it go, I'm one of them niggas that start analyzing how much time I wasted in between time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, real talk. I'm one of them niggas, so it's like, damn. Savings. So last year, what I did was $5 a day. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got to go through your budget, figure out what you can afford, because I'm not telling you to fucking take $5 out of your food budget or, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever you can afford. But if you goddamn put down, I wrote it down because I don't remember, but $5 a day, at the end of the year, you have $1,825. Now you take that and you invest that shit into stocks. You done had all year to do your research into what stocks you should invest this money into. Should I put all of this money that I'm about to have into one? Should I put a couple $100 here, a couple $100? You know what I'm saying? You done had all year to research the different stocks. You done had all year to find one or two or three that you like and see how they did throughout the year before that money comes for yourself. So that's an easy way right there to save and invest. And whether it's $5 a day or it's $1 a day, you can definitely find the space in your budget for something between that value.
Right.
Now, if you're making more money, obviously you can put to the side more and you can, but that's the easiest way. Now, if you're not interested in stocks, find out another way where you can invest your money. Put that shit in a CD. You won't get much off of $1,800, but you'll get more than you'll get if that shit was just sitting in your regular bank account. You might wind up with $200-300 off of that. But that's slow money. That's money that you air quote spent already, because once you put it away for your savings for the year, you never looked at it, and that's where your discipline comes in. You know what I'm saying? So once you put that in your bucket, or whether you want to deposit it into a savings account, or if you put it in your safe, or you put it under your mattress, wherever you put it, you never looked back at it. You never, oh, I have X amount. No, that,
it's untouchable.
You know what I'm saying? That's gone. You thought about that as spent. You know what I'm saying? You can't go get spent money. So why can you go? So that's where your discipline comes in.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it all comes back to the same core things. It's discipline, it's habits, and it's actually believing in what you say you're going to do.
Right.
If you say you're going to put $5 a day to the side, you have to actually believe that shit. And then once you actually believe that shit and you start doing it, it becomes a habit. And then it's all about discipline. Discipline is not breaking your habit. It's the battery, because that's just flashing again. That's because you said the light shut off. So it's discipline is not breaking your habit. So once you do that, you're unstoppable.
Yeah.
So it's just all about getting those things and knocking them joints down.
Right.
So that's the easiest way to save money. So whether it's $5 a day, whether it's $1 a day, then you got the people. Another way to save money is your change. You get a big ass bucket or a cup, and every day when you come home, you got your change. You put it away.
Yo, I did that shit last year. I don't know how many years of it, but it was like $750 in there. I was shocked.
You know what I'm saying? And that's easy. And that's money that you're not even fucking thinking about.
No.
Like, when I have dollar bills, I'm not even going to say all that, but when I have dollar bills, I put them away. At the end of the night, when I come home, they go away. I don't start the day with dollar bills in my pocket. You understand what I'm saying? I don't start the day with dollar bills in my pocket. I don't start the day with change in my pocket. and I have the mental to put $5 to the side every day. So at the end of the year, I mean, last year, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, you break the rules for everybody. We talked about that before too. So I didn't have my full 1825 to invest. You dig what I'm saying? But this year I'm not breaking those rules for anybody. I invested money plus my other side, but you know what I'm saying? So get a focus, put it in that. If you don't want to put it in stocks, everybody knows somebody that's doing something good. Like I told you, I invested a couple dollars in one of my homeboys. I get a check every month. Nothing big, but I get a check every month. I invested in that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? You give loans to people who you know you're going to get your money back. Give them a little bit of interest. Nothing crazy, but that's a nigga that you know is going to pay you, but he can't go get a loan from a bank. You've been saving money. You can make that money. If you get a $200-$300 off, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different ways. You save that money and you invest. You don't put yourself in a hole while you're saving. That's why you have to sit down. You actually have to sit down, look at yourself, and then look at your finances. What can I afford to go without for the long run? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm doing some of those money challenges now, so I'm gonna see where I'm at the end of the year.
Bro, it's slight work, bro. You could put $5 to the side every day.
I can.
Easily. Without even fucking thinking about that.
Yeah.
You can do that. I can do that. I do that. Like I said, if I didn't break the rules, I would have had $18.25 to invest in stocks. But I invested $8.25 instead of the $18.25.
Hey,
and this year, and that's still cool. Right. And plus, I was still putting a little side bread. And then the other thing to save money, community investing. Like nigga, island people all the time, they do susus. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You know what that shit is, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you do a susu. And you can make one, you can do that shit with your people. You got folk, you know what I mean? So it's community investing, community saving, and then community investing. One of the things I want to do when I send y'all the links for the group that I'm trying to get together, community investing too. Besides the guy trip, if niggas can afford it, we put a couple dollars to the side every month as well, and we put that shit into stocks. We don't even have to wait the whole year, even if it's $50 a piece, $25, whatever it is. At the end of the month, whatever that month of money is, get a couple stocks, and every month just do that. Blah, 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 blah. And that's investing right there. We win, we lose together, and that's money that we can afford to do because like it's so many different ways to save and invest by yourself and with a crew.
Right.
So,
all right, I'm with the shits, man.
I mean, and that's just for anybody that's just trying to get it going and trying to get it doing. Like I said, I'm not a pro nor expert, but these are the things that I was doing, and anybody that's been around me for years can tell you they've seen the progress and they know, you know what I'm saying, that I'm not just sitting here talking shit. There's a lot of shit that I can grow. There's a lot of shit that I still need to learn. There's a lot of shit that I still need to do, but I'm a totally different person than I was 5 years ago. I'm in a totally different space, mentally and financially, and I'm not where I want to be yet. I'm not stopping, and you know what I mean? Everyone's their own individual, but you are the company you keep as well.
Yep.
So you gotta make sure you keep people around you that's on the same time and the same page you're on. But at the same time, you can't forget the niggas that's not there yet. And you can't forget the niggas that's where you fucking came from. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whether it's a mental state or it's a hood.
Yeah.
You can't forget these niggas because that was just you.
Yeah.
So, progression, inspiration. But bottom line of the whole episode is discipline.
Definitely self-control.
Self-awareness.
Self-control.
Self-control, self-awareness, discipline.
Habits.
And you have to believe, because you can talk this shit all day.
Right.
You can talk about it all day.
Doing it.
You can have other niggas believe in that shit. You can have other niggas believe in that shit, but if you don't believe it, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Because everything starts in the mental.
That's a fact.
So, I talked most of the episode. I'm sorry.
No, not at all. Like,
but I'm
QB this. You know what I mean? It's Teddy Rocks, man. Smith the Shits podcast.
You know.
Catch us on YouTube with the Shits podcast, man. Like
Instagram.